Let's start with your open take on our situation now with the Delta variant. Ano pong nakikita nyo?
Well, if I look at the current trend of cases, no, mukhang wala pa tayong nakikitang signals that a surge is coming. No? But we should not be complacent about this, no? Especially now that the clustering of cases of Delta variant is occurring. And what's good about this is that these areas has already been declared with heightened restrictions. So I think that will really help a lot, especially decreasing the mobility of people who are in these particular areas.
Okay.
Well, ang inaalala ngayon, Doctor, kung National Capital Region daw should restore the heightened restrictions ng GCQ. Kasi locally, open borders tayo Di ba? And merong mga cases ng variants, not Delta, Alpha and yung isa pa na especially in Iloilo, bukas naman yung mga borders natin. So pinag-uusapan ngayon, shouldn't we be tightening our borders as well or restore nga, and especially yung pag-ease ng restrictions sa children, aren't we supposed to reconsider yung move na yan?
Yeah, I highly agree with the reconsideration of children going out, the 5 years old and above, especially with this current scenario now. And there are, I would say there are two factors here why we should be very cautious at this point in time. One, our vaccination rollout has not been that extensive. And I'm worried about the vulnerable, the A2 and the A3. Because if there will be a Delta variant and there will be surge of cases in NCR, they're the most vulnerable and they will be the one who will be occupying the hospitals. Number two is that population in NCR bubble is really dense. So higher risk of more transmission and higher risk of cases is expected if you will not be careful about this. That's why I would say it will be really very crucial in the next 5 to 7 days. What is the trend of the cases? And I think IATF is already monitoring that type of surge of increase in the cases.
Basically, ganito lang have we done enough? Are we doing enough to head off a Delta variant surge in the Philippines? I ask that in the context of, for example, after India, kasi you would think that all the countries have already taken steps to head off the Delta variant. But now you have Indonesia and other countries as well. So baka there are governments, there are countries that were confident as well of handling the Delta variant, pero hindi pala. So ayun po, do we have enough? Are we doing enough already, or is there more that really needs to be done?
No. I would personally, in my observation, we will not know until such time we will be there. Remember the first and the second surge this year. We were so overwhelmed, and it's more of a reaction that we increase our capacity. And now our government, Department of Health, is also telling us to increase our capacity. Yes, we can increase the capacity, but what if you're looking at 50,000, 55,000 in one day? That's too much.
I mean, how does this all square with the fact that now the NCR is easing restrictions, GCQ pa rin, but we're starting to ease restrictions. What are your concerns there?
That's the reason why that I think at this point in time we need to observe what the trend will be in the next 7 or 1 week, and then before we will decide that we will transform to a more relaxed community quarantine. Because what's important here is really being proactive. Aside from being proactive, we have to be really be careful, each one of us, especially the minimum health protocol measure should always be part of our life now.
Well, with the threat posed by Delta, are you reconsidering the discretion given to LGUs of accepting vaccination cards only from inbound travelers? Or do you want to require again RT-PCR for international travel?
I highly agree that we need to get again the RT-PCR for travelers, even within the region.